Will foreign capital just chase growth in emerging countries, or will it pause to reflect on whether the frameworks for investment are sound or not? Well, I'm going to put that question to Mohan Kaul, who's chairman of the Commonwealth Business Council, United Kingdom. Thank you very much for joining us. Basic question. With the kind of growth options in this new constellation that we're referring to, does foreign capital pause adequately to reflect on the framework, or is it blinded by the growth?
No, it is blinded, not blinded by the growth, but it wants growth.
Lured by the growth, certainly.
Yes. So it wants growth, but it wants growth in a secure environment. So it is looking for that secure environment for the investment, for which it is looking for the best returns. But it has a choice. It can go to Brazil, it can go to India, it can go to China, it can go to Indonesia, it can go to Turkey, it can go to Singapore. Everywhere the choice is there, or it can remain in the developed countries. So what is important is now that every country, particularly the growth countries, are the recipient of the investment. Therefore, it's becoming very important for countries to show that they are doing everything possible to attract that investment. I mean, investors like to be loud, and so they like to get some attention that countries are taking them seriously.
True. But you know, investment climate in many ways is an amorphous term, because you and I could come up with a list over the next 60 minutes of many countries which don't have an ideal investment climate, which are still attracting significant foreign capital flows. In the Indian context, when you're talking about investment climate, what is that one or two things that you're looking for? Urgent correction needed.
I think the important thing is to, one, change the perception of the bureaucracy. I was saying 10 years back, if you had asked an investor, why don't you want to come to India, they'll say bureaucracy. And if you tell them
today,
now,
they'll have the same answer. So in a sense, nothing's changed.
I cannot understand, because I hear every day that there's so much change happening in India. I hear every day there are no controls. I hear every day that, you know, every state in India is wanting foreign investment. But still, that perception that investors look at, probably one of the things is that people are not sure that certainty of decision making or the predictability about the decisions or the policies have still to be emphasized. That is, there are some countries where investors feel more confident that whatever decisions or policies are made will stay. What they want is predictability. They're not actually looking for the ideal environment or ideal policies. All they want to plan is whatever policies are in that country. That's important.
Okay, wear the hat of chairman of the Commonwealth Business Council and just dive into what your real agenda is now. We're talking about these new growth economies, these new emerging economies. We could use a variety of terms to describe them. But how has that changed the way you function and approach your agenda at the Commonwealth Business Council?
In the Commonwealth Business Council, we are looking after the English-speaking Commonwealth countries. One of the things which we looked at is the 5 of the top 10 destinations of investment are Commonwealth countries. That include United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Singapore. So therefore, there must be something good in those countries, which is predominantly the legal environment, the accessibility to the capital, accessibility to the human capital, to the
which is
people,
critical too.
Which is critical. In the Commonwealth countries, if I keep the Commonwealth agenda, same thing is true in Africa. In Africa, 54 countries, English speaking are around 25 or so, but top 20 investment destinations. That doesn't mean that they are the same top, but within Africa are Commonwealth countries. That's because the Commonwealth has sort of looked at the legal framework, that they should have good governance, the human rights, the issues of that, which is important for safeguard of the investment. Because what investors are looking at when you come to a country is that investment safe? Is it secure? And is there legal framework that in case I get into trouble? That is the first thing which comes to their mind, and ease of doing business. Now World Bank and others have are producing a lot of reports and rating the countries with ease of doing business, and India has to catch up on that. We love India to have that environment where people will come. Today, Mr. Montesing Ahluwalia said in the morning that India is the place where investment should be. But at the same time, it's not coming. So why is not coming?
And that anomaly needs to be addressed. Well, I still haven't got a firm sense of whether your job as chair of the Commonwealth Business Council has gotten tougher or easier, but we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.